is Lena KrupinA, and today in the video we will talk about the best gymnast of Russia and Belarus. Judging by the statistics, it is these two countries that watch me the most, and our countries are as close as possible together. So I think we can name a selection of the top of our best gymnast. And do not forget that there is very little time left before the first Oscar-type ceremony, where we will determine the best gymnast in different categories in your opinion. All information is in the Facebook and Telegram channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Well, since YouTube in Russia is still not monetized, I will be glad if you can support me using the links in the description. The Russian and Belarusian school of rhythmic gymnastics is considered one of the best in the world, and gymnasts prove this not only with their performances and the love of the audience, but also with the results at all major competitions. Due to the fact that this year our gymnasts did not perform at the most important competitions of the year due to the suspension of athletes, I decided that it will not be entirely correct to include them in the general list, given that judging at each tournament varies significantly anyway. So I made a small separate video of the top best gymnasts from Russia and Belarus. And if you're not wondering who entered the list of the best gymnast of the year in the world, then rather go watch these previous videos. Anastasia Salos, a Belarusian gymnast, opens the rating of our best gymnast. So the first tournament of the year for Nastya was the city competition, where she took second place after Alina Harnasko. Then Nastya came to Russia for the Pearl of St. Petersburg tournament. Nastya failed to perform abroad this year, although at the tournament at St. Petersburg she won bronze in all-around and in the final with ball, as well as a gold in the final with hoop. At the tournament Yevgenia Cup, Nastya won bronze in the all-around, losing only 1/10 to her closest rival. In the finals of individual events, she managed to win gold in the ribbon and silver in the ball. Then Nastya competed at the Yulia Barsukova's Formula of Victory tournament, where she won a silver medal according to the results of FIGE. Nastya finished the cup in Dubai in 4th place, but in the finals she won gold with hoop. The Crystal Rose tournament also ended with Nastya in 4th place, but Nastya won silver in the team event. The medals of the tournament did not end there, so she topped the piggy bank with gold in the hoop final and silver in the ball and ribbon. Nastya Salas also won the International Lobach Prize tournament in Minsk, overtaking her teammate Alina Harnasko. Then Nastya took part in the experimental tournament at Divine Grace, where she won a silver medal. For Arina Averina, the season began with the Grand Prix stage in Moscow of the traditional in February. Here in the all-around, Arina took 3rd place behind Lala Kramarenko and Dina Averina. In the finals of individual events, she managed to win 2 silver medals in hoop and ball. Already at the beginning of the year, Irina Alexandrovna spoke in an interview about the injuries and illnesses that worry the sisters. Arina was nominated for the Grand Prix and the first World Cup, but for obvious reasons, the gymnast refused to participate in these tournaments. However, Arina periodically performed at Russian tournaments, though by the end of the year, less and less. So at the Russian Championship in all-around, Arina became the second behind only her sister. Then various concerts, masterclasses, and participation as guests at honor at various tournaments began. So only by May, Arina again entered the carpet and performed at the Spring Cup in Krasnoyarsk, where she took 1st place according to the rules of FIGE. Already at that time, Russian gymnasts were actively performing in Russia according to the rules of the Russian Federation. But Arina and Dina did not rebuild. Then there was a long-awaited cup in Dubai, which everyone was waiting for, and it was the first tournament in a long time where gymnasts competed with the gymnast from another country. There, Arina in the all-around took only 5th place. In the finals of certain events from this tournament, Arina still managed to bring medals. So in her piggy bank, there were 2 bronze medals with the routine with hoop and ribbon. Then the first stage of the strongest cup took place, where Arina also performed according to the rules of FIGE and took her 2nd place, losing a few tenths to her sister. But in the finals of certain types, she bounced back and won 3 gold medals. At the Crystal Rose tournament, which was held in Minsk, and where the gymnast also competed with the girls of Belarus, Arina won a bronze medal and won gold in the team. In September, the All-Russian Sports Contest of the Strongest took place, in which Arina took part. After the first day, Arena took third place. The final rating was overall, but some performed according to the rules of Fitch, and they were given points, and some according to the rules of Russia. After her second performance, Arena did not go to the carpet again, and later in an interview, she said that she withdrawn because of a disturbing hip. Then there were several more tournaments where both Dina and Arena were declared, but in the process, they were withdrawn as a result. As part of the competition, Arena was not seen again this year. Dina opens our top 3. So for her, this year was supposed to be as best as possible because she was the absolute world champion last year. And she was supposed to perform at all stages of World Cup without taking 2 traditional places for her countries. But unfortunately, Dina was limited to tournaments with our gymnast. The first tournament for Dina was the Grand Prix in Moscow, where she won the gold medal in all around and also added a gold reserve to the medals in the finals with hoop and ribbon. Dina also finished the Russian championship with the victory. In an interview, Dina also periodically complained about her health, saying that everything is fine. Then the injuries again bother, but as you can see, this did not prevent her from winning starts after start. But sometimes Dina withdrew from the finals, like it happened at the Russian championship after the ball. Dina withdrew from the tournament. Then master classes, demonstrations, performances at various tournaments, and participation in various shows began. The first tournament after a break was the Spring Cup in Krasnoyarsk, where Dina took second place behind her sister. Then there was a long-awaited tournament in Dubai, where Dina became the third in the all-around. And also she was able to win medals in the ball and clubs, silver and bronze, respectively. And the first stage of the victory of the strongest for Dina ended in victory. Here she performed according to the rules of Fitch. In general, like Arena, according to the new rules of Russia, Dina did not perform. In July, Dina won the Sportswoman of the Year nomination according to the bookmarker rating. Then at the Crystal Rose tournament in Minsk. During this competition, Dina injured her leg and was unable to finish the run. But after providing assistance, she continued training and nevertheless performed within the tournament. In the all-around, she was able to take only 5th place, but she did not remain without medals. So she won gold in the team all-around, as well as 1 bronze medal for the final with ball. Later, a video was released on Nikita Nagorny's channel where they exchanged sports, and after this video, many started talking about at the end of the sisters' careers. And Dina and Arena said themselves that they would continue their careers only for the Olympics. Dina finished the All-Russian Spartakid in 2nd place, losing to Lala Kramarenko. This was the last tournament at which the sisters took part, and later they only entered competitions as guests, but performed at various concerts and masterclasses, of which there were a lot in Russia this year. Lala Kramarenko has definitely become a star in Russia this year, but very ambiguous. Not so often there were leaders in the country whom not everyone loved, but unfortunately Lala has to deal with this. However, what she could definitely be respected for is that she does not give up and continues to work even in such a situation, which by the way applies to all gymnasts in general, who are faced with the problems of the modern world. For Lala, the year also began with the Grand Prix stage in Moscow, where she won a silver medal in the all-around, also managed to win 2 gold and a silver medal in the finals of individual events. At the Russian Championship, Lala became the 3rd in the all-around, losing to the Averinas sisters. At the tournament Yevgenia Cup, Lala performed out of competition, showing for the first time in practice the new Russian rules. But in the first competitive tournament, according to the Russian rules, of course, she took 1st place with a margin of almost 17 points. I think from that moment it became obvious that Russian rules fit Lala perfectly. At the main tournament, Lala won again. At the tournament in Dubai, Lena Harnasko overcame Lala, and Lala finished in 2nd place. In addition, she won bronze in ball and silver in clubs. And there was a curious scandal that was not particularly discussed in the media, but it certainly surprised many. A few days later, the scores of the ribbon final were reviewed, and Lala was awarded the gold medal. At the first stage of the Cup of the Strongest, Lala in all-around, according to the rules of Russian Federation, won the gold medal, and again ahead with a giant margin. In the finals of individual events, she also collected all gold. At the tournament Crystal Rose, Lala in the all-around again lost only to Lena Harnasko, taking second place in the team all-around. She played for the Russian 2 team and became third here. In the finals of individual events, in clubs and ribbon, Lala won gold and silver in hoop. At the All-Russians Particade, Lala again won the gold medal in all-around. At the second stage of the Strongest Cup, Lala performed according to the rules of Fidge and also won gold in the all-around. Then Lala performed in Abu Dhabi at an international tournament where she also won a gold medal. The Cup of Russia and the final of the Russian Strongest Cup also ended with victory for Lala Kramarenko. And there was an interesting story with the same ribbon. Initially, Lala did not take first place, but after arena winner's conversation with the judges, the girls' marks were lowered and Lala was raised. And as a result, Lala won the gold medals in the finals of individual events. Arena winner commentated on this moment by incompetent judges. Then an experimental tournament, Divine Grace, took place where Lala won the gold medal. Well, our first line and the best gymnast of the year among ours is Lena Harnasko, for whom this place might be very controversial, because her main competitions Lena won in Belarus. But I think one could not agree, but Lena is an incredible gymnast and is currently the standard of world of rhythmic gymnastics. As for judging, as you can see, there are always and questions everywhere. Therefore, based purely on facts and results, Lena is the undisputed best gymnast of the year. For Lena, the first tournament this year was the Italian Cup Championship, where she took 5th place with her team. Probably Lena could not come to other stages right anyway, but she supported her team in social media. Then at the Tartu Grand Prix, Lena won gold in the all-around, as well as 3 golds in the finals of individual events. However, due to the situation in the world, Lena was forced to compete without a flag in this tournament. Given that all the events took place when Lena was already there, then in general it was not entirely clear how and what would happen. But this was the last tournament under the auspices of the Fidge. In March, Lena injured her leg by tearing the ligament and was recovering. But nevertheless, she came to the Evgenia Cup tournament, performing with a hard ankle and winning silver in the all-around. It was decided to withdraw from the finals in order to save the leg. But Lena pleased Yevgenia Konaeva with a gift and performed her Olympic ribbon. Then Lena competed at the Yulia Barsukova tournament, winning gold under the Fidge rules. At the Dubai tournament, she also won the all-around gold medal. In the finals of individual events, she won 2 golds in ball and clubs and silver in hoop. With the ribbon, the story was originally told that Lena was awarded the gold medal, but 3 days later the victory was awarded to Lala. In July, Lena competed at the international tournament in Spain, not under the auspices of Fidge, where she won gold in the all-around. The Crystal Rose tournament, where Lena competed with the best gymnast of Russia, she also won, but in the team all-around she became the second. And Lena planned to visit Hungary to perform at the tournament and hold a master class, but she was not allowed in the country and everything had to be cancelled. In October, Lena came to Spain to compete in the tournament, but due to her health conditions was forced not to compete in the tournament, but only hold a master class. On the second day of the tournament, Lena felt much better and eventually performed with all 4 events, competing for medals in the finals of individual events, where she won all golds and the Miss Tournament nomination. At the international tournament of Marina Lobic, Lena lost to Anastasia Salos and became the second. But in the finals of certain events, she won 3 gold. Lena and Nastya still have the Cup of the Republic of Belarus ahead. If you want to stay tuned, then go ahead and follow my Telegram channel, VK Group, or Facebook. Well, write in the comments who this year you remember most from the Russian competitions and Belarusian ones. And we will see you in the next video. Remember that I love you all very much, and bye-bye.